Well, we play Arkansas Monticello in 2 days. It's about time. I mean, today's our 23rd day. No, 20. Today's our 22nd day since we opened camp. So 22 days of seeing each other. Tired of lining up across from another red and black jersey. So finally get to play a game, and we need it. We need to play. But I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Coach Sweat said. First game, you never know. As far as you worry about as a head coach, you're worried about whether the guys are going to be on side. It's a little bitty penalties. You don't mind aggressive penalties. You don't mind the aggressive ones, but you mind the ones where guys, it's the first time doing all the special teams live. We do special teams and you do periods in practice of special teams, but you never do them live. Making sure that they stay up, making sure the right guys are on the field and you don't get, too many men on the field penalties or don't have enough guys out there, which obviously can cost you. You really worry about those as a head coach. I was talking to my staff today. We had a staff meeting, and I'm like, when I was offensive coordinator, man, I love Thursday. Because today is Thursday to us. So we treat it like Thursday, a normal Thursday. I know it's Tuesday. Right, but, man, as offensive coordinator, I love Thursdays. I mean, playbook's in, everything we're going to run's done. All you got to do is go out there and have a perfect Thursday. As a head coach, it drives you crazy because you're like, man, did we do this? Did we do that? It's a totally different ball game. So, before that first game, you're really worried about your guys doing those things. They're going to be ready to play. They're going to be excited. They're going to be, amped up, ready to go. So you don't got to motivate them that way. But you want to make sure they're doing all the right things as far as making sure they're on the launch pad, which is what we call when special teams is ready. Make sure they're paying attention if a guy goes down, next man up, stuff like that. That's what you really worry about going into the game one. But I think overall we're definitely excited and ready to play. I mean, we got to get into a game because practice is starting to get stale, and that's kind of how you get. At the college level, they give you basically a little over 3 weeks to get ready, and you never get to play a scrimmage. You're not allowed to scrimmage. You're not allowed to, play any other opponent other than yourself, which, again, is the difference between NCAA and NAI from the past. So that being said, I think our guys are really, physically prepared, mentally prepared. You do worry about conditioning a little bit, but we don't play both ways, so we don't have to worry about that as much. Our tempo lends ourselves to being out on the field a lot because we run a lot of plays and we run them really fast. So we will run it, be playing a lot of players. We go 12 deep at receiver, and I'm confident in all 12. I think there's other positions I can't say that about, obviously, but at that position, I think, and that's the position that runs the most for us, including out of the DBs. I think we'll be good as far as our conditioning goes. As far as Monticello goes, I don't really know a lot about them because we can watch personnel from last year. Yeah, we played them last year. They got 85 new guys, brand new guys, 85 guys that didn't play last year. So which is crazy, a crazy stat, but it is what it is. And they, they choose to run their program how they want to run it. But 85 new guys, you don't really know what you're playing. They have new whole defensive staff. We don't really know what they're going to come out in or what they're going to play in. Usually, you go back to wherever that coordinator was at the year before and find out what he was doing. Well, he was at a high school, so you can't really find out what he was doing either. So that's what makes it even rougher a little bit. But we think our base offense will be able to adjust to anything that they come out in. And that first quarter, we're going to be looking to find what they're going to try to do to us to defeat us and make our adjustments based upon that. So, other than that, I mean, Coach Jackson's a good guy. He's going to come in. I believe he's staying in Alva. It's the first time in years a team has actually stayed in Alva. They usually stay in Enid, which is a good thing. We want them to stay here. It helps our community. But that being said, I hope they go home really salty. You know what I mean? So, one thing I did want to announce is, and I want to kind of talk about this young man real quick. We are doing pediatric cancer awareness game. This game, all our guys will be having yellow shoelaces, all right, or they're gold shoelaces, which is kind of weird because we don't have gold in our uniform, but that's the color of pediatric cancer awareness. And one of our former players, Well, he's a current player now, but he didn't play last year because he was battling cancer. His name's Malcolm Robinson. And tonight at the coaches show, or my radio show, he's going to be speaking. He's going to be my guest to the radio show, and he's going to be talking about his battle that he had with he had throat cancer and nasal cavity. He had cancer all the way through his nasal passages. But right now he's battling. It's in remission, and he's playing. He's playing. He's number 6. So when y'all see him out there, he's number 6. He's not going to start, or he's not a start, but he's going to get in the game. Anyway, Malcolm's a great young man, and really excited to be able to share his story with everyone tonight when he talks on the radio show. It'll be good, So if you can come, because again, he's a special young man. A special young man. He's from Little Rock, Arkansas, so right in the middle of the GAC Arkansas schools, and we stole him out of there. And again, he had to miss last year because they found cancer. And again, he's a special young man, and if you can meet him, it's kind of a pleasure of mine to have him on our team. It's an honor to have him on our team. He's a fighter, great young man. So. Anyway, so when you guys see those gold shoelaces, they're wearing gold shoelaces. That's what it's for. And as a football team, some of you know this. As a football team, we donated some money to pediatric cancer awareness. So that's the thing that I think is very special, and we're very proud of as a team. Very proud of that, and very, very proud of Malcolm and the journey that he's been on to continue to play football and continue to get his education. So anyway, I had to get that out there because a lot of guys don't know his story. It hasn't been, obviously widely written about or anything like that. But he's again, I want you guys to understand that how important he is to our team. So, any questions about the game or about anything like that? Oh, real quick. Tonight, if you want to come, we have what we call our Ranger Rally at 8 o'clock on the game field, hoping that the rain holds off. It's basically like a pep rally, preseason pep rally for all the fall sports, not just football. Where all the coaches will speak to the crowd and the university. So if you'd like to come, it's at 8 o'clock again at Ranger Field. So we'd love to have you guys there. Any questions about the game or anything else we got going on? I know I addressed a lot of personnel stuff last week, and that really hadn't changed because we hadn't played. Anything.
Show at what time?
Coach shows at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock at Reds.
Yes, sir.
Coach's show is
7 o'clock at Reds. Yep. Anything else? Besides the game to talk about, I know. So
their strong point in Arkansas?
Theirs, I wish I knew. Their quarterback they had last year graduated. So they're breaking in a new quarterback. Defensively, again, they're too deep. They gave us every guy's a new starter. So they don't have any returning starters per se. They have some returning players, but we don't know. Again, that's why you hate the first week of the year, first of all. And you hate that you don't have any film of them scrimmaging or anything because you really don't know. They could literally have an entire new team, and you're prepping against a ghost, so to speak. So what we do is just try to make sure we're as fundamentally sound as possible. So anything they can throw at us, we're going to be okay. That's what you pray and hope for and practice for, So
It's a two-way street.
Out of 44 players, man, I think there's about 8.
yeah, that's it.
And they're not starters, like you said. Only 8 people have played out of 44.
Only 8 out of 44.
That's too deep.
I've played for them. Now, all those guys that they have playing are transfers from somewhere.
Yeah, they're not freshmen.
Yeah, they're not freshmen. They're either junior college transfers or 4-year transfers from somewhere. They went and totally went, and that's coach's prerogative. That's what he thinks is best for his program. I mean, they totally went the junior college and transfer route instead of building it and the way that I'm doing it. And I mean, again, multiple ways to skin a cat. That's the way they're going about it. So, yeah, 44 out of 44, and they're too deep. 8 that have actually played for them in games. So it's really weird, honestly. It's a position in all my years I haven't been in quite this much unknown from another team. Usually a little bit something, but none of their ball carriers, none of their quarterback. I think there's one receiver back.
I think their quarterback had one play last year.
The one starting this year.
No, I don't know. He's never played there, but the one did play last year. But he ran one play, I think, or something.
Oh, against us.
The backup on their 2D.
Gotcha.
Hadn't played either.
Yeah. So it's a weird dynamic.
No experience.
Experience, I think.
Weird
Everybody
dynamic.
healthy? All your guys healthy?
Yeah. We got a couple special teams guys that are going to be out for the game that we were planning on being special teams contributors. None of our starters are out. Our starting kickoff guy is out currently. He may be able to kick off come game time. We don't know yet. He's got a strained groin. So that's still our unknown. I mean, we're gonna run out 2 or 3 kickers and see which one has the nerve to do it in the game, because right now practice is rough on the kickers, and they'll be fine. They're right now we got 2 freshmen, and then the third one's the one that's injured right now, and he's going to be a sophomore, or he's a sophomore. So we got 2 freshmen, sophomore. Growing pains with those guys. I mean, they're going to be good. They're strong. Their legs strong. I mean, that's not a problem. The problem is just accuracy and their timing and getting used to kicking off the ground and not a tee. Some states still use tees. They use the 1-inch tees to kick off of for field goals. And in college, obviously, you can't do that. I don't think. Can you do that in Oklahoma still? Y'all use extra point tees?
Yeah, you can.
Still okay. But again, some schools, some guys are used to that still. I know one of our kickers was used to that, and now he's got to get used to kicking off the ground. And again, by the time you got older guys, you can be better at that. But again, we wanted young kickers. We wanted guys that are going to be here for 4 years, and I don't want to have to recruit a kicker every year. That gets to be tough. That's tough. That's real tough. So you want to get them young and develop them and hope that they get better as the years go. So after year 3, you recruit another one, and he can start getting ready, for when that guy graduates. So that's our biggest unknown, honestly, is our kicking situation. Now, not our punters. Our punters are good. We got 4 of them that are really good. We have 3 that are listed as punters. The other one's a safety that can punt, and he's really good at. He's really good. So our punting situation, we like where we're at. Love where we're at, again, in the skill positions offensively. Defensively, love our skill positions defensively. Our corners are really, really good. Of course, everybody knows about the defensive ends we got that are really good. We still got some question marks, some new guys, young guys playing on the inside. We're going to play really, some guys, and we'll see how they do. We think they got a lot of talent, but they're still, again, really young. And then O-line wise, that was one of our weaker points last year, and we think we've addressed those situations. But again, you never know till you play the game. You know they're more athletic. You know they might be bigger, but you don't know if they're gonna perform up to the level that you expect. And so, I think we will be better up front. But again, how good and how much better is yet to be seen, and we'll find out in 2 days. Definitely. So. Anybody got anything else?
Where does Arkansas team, where were they picked in the conference?
10th, I think, or 11th. 10th, I think. 10th. Yep, 10th. So they're right. They're right below us. And as far as prognosticators, did I say that right? Yeah. Prognosticators say. So, we think that and they played some really good games last year, really close games. They had a couple teams. They played Harrison State really close, who was their conference champ. They played Southwestern really close. I believe it was Southwestern. They had some really close games and games that they could have won. I think 6 of their games were less than 8 points or something like that. So they had played a lot of close games. So, but again, this league, truly anybody can beat anybody, and that's the way it is. And again, college is there's a lot more parity that way because, again, recruiting and all the rules are so strict on everybody. You kind of got to follow the same things, and you end up with what ends up happening is the teams that are better prepared to win usually are the ones that win a lot of times. So hopefully that's us come Thursday. So we're ready to play. I'm tired of meeting and practicing. Ready to play.
What did you say their
7 o'clock.
What did you say their record was last year?
They were 1-11.
Like,
1-11 last year. Yeah, 1-11. So, and the year before, I think they were, I don't know, 3-8. I think the year before, something like that. So, yep. But we're confident, and ready to go. We're ready to play. Ready to play. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see you guys tonight.
We'll see everybody back here next week. If you haven't paid your dues, Ronnie Davison's sitting somewhere, he'll take your due money from you.
He does a good job. You can't see him in that big